So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my late night show, where global issues are always the center of discussion. In this show, we will be analyzing the Brexit. Of course, you perfectly know what that is, because you've seen it in the news all around the world. And I have some really important guests who will talk about this matter in their own personal way. So, tonight, well, of course, I have the pleasure to be surrounded with some really important guests. First, to start off, I have the Giacomo, who is an Australian actor. Giacomo, welcome. Then, of course, I have a professor of economics from the London School of Economics. How are you? Welcome. Then I have Mario Draghi. He is the president of the central bank in Europe. How are you, sir? Welcome. Thank you very much. And then, of course, I have the most anticipated guest of tonight. I'm not sure if you know who he is, but he is Mr. Donald Trump. Welcome. Thank you. And Marta, so we'll start off this discussion with you. What a huge turnout of events has it been these last days, hasn't it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm still quite shocked with how things are turning out in the world. Since Brexit happened, it has created this mentality for other European countries that by leaving the European Union, your country would be better off. This obviously would pretty much have a negative effect on trading, since if other countries decide to follow Brexit and leave the European Union, trading all around the world would change, trading agreements would change. There would be so much shifting in the whole trade section that obviously we're pretty worried about, especially obviously since I'm representing the UK. The UK trade, out of our 2.99 trillion GDP in 2014, 427 billion were a total of our exports, and then 663 billion were of our imports. So we're just wondering if trade agreements change, how these numbers would affect.
Well,
what do you think?
As said by the professor, the most important thing for the UK is making the trade agreement with Europe. However, they shouldn't forget about us Australians either, because we know how important trade has been historically and still is between the UK and Australia, and we have to come closer together when trading together. And another topic is migration. I mean, the numbers of Australians seeking visas in the UK Home Office has halved since 2006, being now at only 15,000. And that's mainly due to tough visa requirements, such as the minimum income requirement, which other countries don't have, which make it very hard for Australians to get visa. However, the British leaders promised that as soon as Brexit has been implemented, that the visa requirements for Australians who seek a home in England becomes easier.
Okay. So coming back to Europe and the UK, Mario Draghi, what do you think about this? And do you think it will have a positive or will it have a negative impact?
Well, knowing that the 45% of the UK's exports and 53% of the imports are with the EU members, I think they should actually be worried. The trade between us is never going to be as easy as it was when we were partners. This is because when you belong to the UE, there's a big reduction of the trade barriers. Plus, there's a negative effect because the UK has to now join the World Trade Organization, which means higher tariffs on imports. Therefore, it's completely negative for them, and it's also going to be negative for us, but not as important as for them.
And I see. So, Donald Trump, what is your point of view taking into consideration the previous comments?
Well, finally, we can let an expert talk about this matter. I think Brexit was a huge event, huge, almost as huge as my presidency, yes. And I strongly believe it's actually going to be good for Britain and make Britain as great as it once was. My slogan is "Make America Great Again," and I think Britain is also going to become great again through leaving the European Union, because it's going to lead to them having less immigrants, and we all know that less immigrants is always a good thing. And well, in the future, I think we can have a good relationship with Britain, unlike Mexico, China, and most of the world. I think we're going to have a good relationship with Britain because we're on the same path. I don't exactly know economically what Brexit will mean for our economy, their economy, and the rest of the world, but I think it's going to be positive. I'm pretty sure it's going to be positive.